All right, can you pop up the chat? Yeah, I got that on your phone or something. On the YouTube. How do I pull up the chat? All right, I think I got it. All right, cool. All right, so you were saying Alicia Keys
Oh, okay.
aerialed
So
herself for Swiss Beats.
look, I don't care how else you see it. That has to be exactly it. I mean, you think about it, she was fantastic. Alicia Keys was like, and still is like just something that man cannot create. You know, she's amazing in every way. But the biggest issue I have is that she's like giving up her voice. She doesn't want to perform anymore. The love of it. I don't know if that's what's happening or what. You know, I'm not an artist in that way. But there are times, and it happens all the time, we have a resurgence. We have this moment where we talk about, oh, hey, you know, remember Alicia Keys? Remember how great she was? Remember how amazing she was? Blah, blah, blah was? And it's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, she still performs, right? Like, we've seen things where she's on stage and then her son comes out and then he comes and plays on the piano. You're like, oh, this is dope. So, but when's the last time she's done something that people are like, yeah, I remember, or yeah, I like, oh, I enjoy. This is great. She'll sing one song for a soundtrack and then that's it. And it's just like, I feel like she gave it all up for love. She met a Ursula. She said, I have to take some of this away, and now here's your Prince Eric. And then Swiss Beats was like, hey, what's going on? You know, hey, whatever that sound he does, you know. And then that was it. So now they're all together, and she's happy. But sometimes I miss the Alicia Keys that was in a cafe giving catfish and hot chocolate to Mos Def. I do, and I just wish that we had that again because it feels to me like honestly, what we're dealing with is Alicia Keys doing the unthinkable, which also was a great song. I love that song. But which is her song. That's why I said it. But anyway, he's doing the unthinkable, and it's like imagine Andre 3000
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Hey, you know what? I'm just gonna put like an instrumental album out, and it's gonna be fantastic." In fact, I think I won't rap on it at all. It's gonna be a complete instrumental album, and you know I'm gonna play a flute. Oh shit! Oh, that's what's happening. Isn't it? Oh my god! Well, then who's his Ariel or who's his Prince Eric? I mean, Erica Badu, but
Peace of
I mean that
mind.
was for a little bit. Oh, okay, fine. I mean, I guess Look. I am part of the consumer world, so as a consumer, I don't think that the people that I am consuming their talent have any like have any right to want to be a human. They just have to, dance for me. Here's my quarter inside of the slot. Now do something. Like that's all I want. I just want to be entertained. But yeah, you're right. For peace of mind, maybe that's the whole case. Because I think we were talking about it before. You said well, I mean, dude, she's enjoying her life. She's living natural. Like we've seen things they put out lately, and she's doing all that. So I mean, maybe for peace of mind, maybe that's the way it should go. But I want Alicia Keys and her greatness.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I hate having to have a conversation and say was and remember when instead of yo, did you hear this or man, blah blah blah. Like Questlove is always doing something. This man is like always busy working and multitasking.
Teaching,
And it's like,
writing a book.
dude,
Like his book is
writing a
really
book,
good.
producing.
Yeah.
Oh man, right?
I love how Quest can make me understand music. Like he can break it down in layman's terms
Yo,
where I can like really appreciate the artistry that goes into like his work, and like others' work too. Like I could just appreciate the art of music and like other than like, oh, I really like how that sounds. Like the way he breaks it down, like you can see the different levels of quality and stuff like that.
Well, for him, it's technical, and I love how, like you said, he does explain that because you see it, and it's like, yo, I get the math, I get what you're saying, this makes sense, and he breaks it down where he's like, the way he explains timing has always been interesting to me, and it was like, yo, I get it, and it's like, yeah, he's a great instructor of like music and things of that nature. He produces things like a freaking fiend.
Dude, he's got the Aristocats movie. Aristocats coming out.
Yeah, yes! Yo, man! Like, Disney signed up with him for that other movie, and they were just like, yeah, we love it. Whatever you want to do. We're down. And he was like, I've always wanted to do Aristocats. Like, and that makes sense. Jazz and everything, his dad and everything, like, all that. So, it just makes sense for him to want to do that. And it's like, yo, I get it. It does stuff that we didn't get him for Jungle Book, because Jungle Book was really a movie as a kid, the animated one, that I was like, oh, this movie's boring, but I love all the music, and that's all it was for me. And it was like, yo, Louis Prima, like, oh, it really helped me understand jazz in a different way, and I just got an appreciation for it. I would have loved if Quest was able to, hey, Favreau, I know we're doing this, but I got a new King Louis song or something. I don't know. It's made it dope, but Aristocats still makes sense. It's good jazz.
Yeah.
So I'll give it a chance, but it's Questlove, so it's going to be great no matter what.
Now, does Questlove owe that Ryan Gosling Emma Stone movie for saving jazz?
Does he owe?
Like, does that movie Saving Jazz open up the opportunity for Aristocats?
Oh, I hope not. Because I mean, let's just be real. It's white people saving a medium that was created by blacks. I don't think I don't need a white savior. I don't need a white savior. And I love Ryan Gosling, especially when I found out who he's dating, and he's been dating her forever. I didn't know that.
Eva Mendes?
I think it's Eva Mendes. Or yeah. What? My God, dude, what? Like, man, now he's my favorite actor.
Wait.
Hey, everything he's doing is amazing.
Is Eva Mendes aerialing for Ryan Gosling?
Oh, I don't think he's losing talent because of her. I don't think he's sacrificed.
I don't think she's losing talent, but it's like she's not in as many movies.
Oh, you mean? Oh, is she? Yes. That's exactly what's happening. She met her Ursula. She got with him, and then it's like, you're crazy now, she's like, oh, like, yeah, because like J-Lo is putting out a movie that nobody even knows what it's about. But I don't even think the people that showed up to set and did the movie know what it's about. But there it is. It feels like they just took all the rejected scripts and put them together and said, let's put something out. And she was like, okay, I'm getting paid. I'm down. Eva Mendes should be doing that movie. In that extent, like instead of doing nothing, I guess, because I think she's doing like she's hawking something, I don't know, and like saving children and people in some place, which is great. Good. I'm so glad that you're on your humanitarian thing, but you are an actress, and I would like to see you not squander your gift. It feels like that's exactly what's happening. Like, it's like, all right, here's my gift, and essentially, I'm squandering it. But speaking about people and squandering their gifts, I just thought about something. Squandering your gift is not living up to your potential, right?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, you could be doing more. There are some great things you can do. And just recently, there was Has Been Hotel. There was an event.
Amazing segue.
There was an event for Has Been Hotel. And funny enough, you went, didn't you?
Yeah. A bunch of us went.
Yeah,
Illuminati alumnus Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
He
funny enough,
hosted it.
Joe. There you go. I'm like, congratulations,
Yeah. He
man. Like,
killed it
oh,
too. He
well, that's
killed it.
beautiful. He did?
Yeah, he killed it.
Oh,
I'm glad I
damn.
didn't wear the same shoes as him though.
He did the black and white ones with the gold check, right?
Yeah.
With the gold swoosh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I need those actually. I have been looking for like black and white J's, and I just every time I see them, they're always low top, and I'm like, ew. Like,
I like mids.
I have ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah, mitts. I don't get mitts. Like, I don't. I have ankles. What's the point here? But yeah, I need to get some. But so, what did you learn about Hampton Hotel?
That it was a viral YouTube like pilot. Like they did the pilot on YouTube. It got like 96 million plus views, and this was back in October 2019. So
Yo,
it went off, and they A24 and Amazon supported it. They basically gave the creator Vivian Madrano, I think is her name. They gave her like they just supported her vision, and then yeah, we got the show, and it's this quirky it's this quirky music. Like I knew nothing about it. I went in blind. I was like, I like the animation style. It kind of reminded me of like old like early 2000s cartoons, like that Teenage Robot cartoon, or like that kind of like squared version of the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah.
So it kind of
Okay.
looked like that, and yeah, like the animation is awesome. It's hilarious. It's raunchy. It's like unapologetically R-rated. It's great.
Man. And they have like a bunch of talent. I remember Kimmy spoke about it like last week, and that was the first time I ever heard about it. Or, well, 2 weeks ago. The first time I ever heard about it, and it was just like, whoa, like what? What is this? And all these people that are in it, and like Broadway cast, and all these. I was like, yo, that's dope. And then here comes Joe, like, hey, guess what I'm hosting, guys? And then, he's doing it, and I was like, great. And that's where it was like the whole squandering thing. It's like, I'm squandering my gifts. I could be there. But yeah, so it was just like, all right, great. But man, I'm kind of jealous because I wish I was there. I would have loved to just like. So how did you guys get to watch a whole episode? Or
we watched 3 episodes. The first 3 episodes.
3.
Yeah. And then the first 4 on our Amazon, our Prime Video now.
Damn.
So yeah.
So they're about 30 minutes each.
Yeah, about 30 minutes each.
Wow. So you guys sat there for an hour and a half just watching it, and then still a Q&A and
Yeah.
et cetera, et cetera. Did they give you food or alcohol? Or?
They gave us popcorn and a soda.
No, well,
Yeah.
something.
There was also like a GLAD screening, and they got a free drink.
Oh,
And they had like an after party after.
so many jokes there, and I can't say them. That's so unfair. I mean,
I don't know what
we
GLAD is. I don't know what that is. I know it's like something in the industry. That's all I know about GLAD.
That's yeah. I don't want to Google it, but I don't know. But I'm just like, that's so unfair. It's like, hey, we want you to watch and review this and tell the world how great it is. Here's an industry party, and you know what's gonna happen. We're gonna treat them like industry party. You're like, hey, I'm still part of this industry. Like, I'm part of the machine. If I don't say these things are good, maybe some people won't see it. You're like, come on. Don't treat us this way. We're not second-class citizens. We don't have to sit in the back of the bus.
We choose to.
I mean, think about it. Yeah. I'm like, hey, maybe the journalists will go ahead and say, like, time for us to strike. And then see what happens then.
We're so replaceable, dude.
Yeah, I was going to say no one will care.
Like,
I'm like, yeah, well.
Yeah, entertainment
Here's some AI.
like this job doesn't pay. It's so much more work than it is like income.
True. No, that's very true. Everyone and anyone that's like doing it very well, it's like, yeah, it took so long to get right here at this moment.
Yeah.
And I was living a life of 2 jobs at the same time or 3 jobs. Fuck, like you're doing as much as possible.
Yeah.
And then finally, when you get there, you're like, all right, now I have to do this and help other people get here too. And that's still a lot of work. And it's still thankless except for the people that are in the trenches with you.
Yeah,
That's the part
it's
that's messed up.
it's like I'd love to host a panel on it and just like give people kind of the real expectation of it. Like, because if you like, I'm only gonna post the cool stuff. I'm not posting my sleepless nights. I'm not posting like me like slamming my head on my keyboard trying to think of a new word so I don't keep saying it's awesome. Like, it's like it's like, or like I don't post that I'm driving like straight like 2 hours to go watch a movie and not like it, and now I gotta like try to interview the person and respectfully like give them their flowers because they got their moves, they got the movie or TV show made. Like that's a big accomplishment no matter what. But it's like, yeah, I didn't care. It's like, but like so I have to watch something I'm not interested. Like it's not to say it's bad. It's just not interesting to me. But now I gotta like pay attention and look for something that I can like, show you that I watched it, show you that I care, and show you that like I had like you did something that like there's a reason this got made, and then to get $5 for all of that work.
Dude, it's like you said, it's thankless, and it's something that you are literally doing because you love it.
Yeah.
Like you love the furthering of it as well. And with that being the case, it's kind of like, I just wish the machine noticed that and said, "Oh, you are also part of this." It just feels like a dystopian future where we live on the bottoms and everyone else is in like cloud cities, and then you're just like, "Well, all the work that we do here in the bottoms is what gives you fuel to float in that cloud city. Can't you at least say we're all part of this society? Why does everyone always say no to the bottoms?" And that's what it feels like.
Dude,
that's what it feels like. You're always looking up.
Dude, so to kind of like further that like bottom looking up kind of thing. Like, so I'm in the Critics' Choice Association. I got to go to the Critics' Choice Awards. There's like first year, first time, and oh my god, like I don't think like a lot of long-standing members understand like the new world of critics and like entertainment journalists, and like how kind of oversaturated, how much competition, and how hard it is to be at a site or like at a company or yourself just like have a presence enough to get on like the list of like just to get a screening. Like it's like you got these people who are getting paid a living wage, if not a lavish wage, to like do this cool stuff. Like it's fun stuff. Like not gonna lie, like it's part of it. It's fun. It's exciting. It's it's stuff that like most people in the world don't have the opportunity to do. It's like you get.
Well, that's very true.
It's amazing in that sense, but at the same time, it's like there's people out who are getting paid very well to do it, and there's those of us who are just like scraping in, like just finally getting our foot in the door, finally getting in there.
Right.
And it was I'm trying not go straight in, like dive straight into it, but it's just there's a lot of people who kind of just like don't. It's not even on their radar how much sacrifice it takes anymore, how much effort goes into it anymore, and they're like very blatantly like basically like it's like so far beneath them that they don't want it in their ears even. Like it's like I don't want to hear about that, like kind of thing.
Oh, yo.
Like it was true. But what was cool is like they do accept you, like, and there's like times like when they found out it was my first time, it's like, oh, you're here, you deserve to be here. That part was cool. But then there was also it was just also like I'm taking advantage. This is my like we were there from like 1 to 9. Like I'm taking advantage of the food. I'm hungry. Like I'm taking advantage of the free drinks. Like what? Like this? Like if my bar tab at these events was paid to me, I would be making that kind of money. Like, you know what I mean? I would be making Deadline Variety money. If my bar tab at every event was that, I'd be making that kind of money. Like that's where I can kind of like put a monetary value to it. It's it, you know, so that's where it's like. So it's like, yes, I'm gonna push the drinks, and it's like, but I'm not there to like get like stupidly wasted. You know, I'm not, you know,
no.
or anything like that. But I'm also there to like, I gotta kind of make up my money somewhere. You know.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, I'm like, yo, yeah, give me food and give me alcohol, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
happy,
glad,
dude.
I'm glad.
I got to meet Brendan Fraser. I got to meet Jason Segel, Ali Wong. I got to wave at Margot Robbie. Like,
Oh, okay, okay.
got a picture with Oprah, like stuff, you know.
Really, you got a picture with Oprah?
Yeah, like so me and my like everyone was down to like take photos. Like everyone's like, you asked, like I don't remember anyone getting turned down. Like I'm sure there's like, I'm sorry, I just don't want to take a picture right now. I'm sure there's, but like pretty much, I think they understand at this event all these, you know, jerks who write, you know, scathing reviews of their movies invite you here so they can take pictures with you, and they're all very nice. They're all very cool about that. But also everyone was doing that. So me and my friends went around doing photo bombs. So we would just get we would get, you know, to one side of the table and frame them in between us. Like we were just like, everyone else is doing the selfie with them. Like, nah, we're not supposed to be here. We're, you know, we're from the different valleys of California. You know, San Fernando, San Joaquin. Like we're just like, we ain't supposed to be in this room. So we're taking like photo bombs.
Oh, yeah.
We're
I'm just doing
all
that.
yeah, all of our photos. But we also went up to talk to them. Like I got, you know, like Brendan Fraser, like Bedazzled's one of my favorite movies. Like showing like, you know, just kind of like earnestness. You know, it's like it's, you know, it's like, because like it's all like what I really like about that movie. It's like this guy really likes this girl, and he's not trying to be creepy about it. He's not like, but he really cares about her. Like, you know, it's just
Right.
people have that. Like, you can care about and not be weird and stalkery about it, but still, it's like it's in your mind, and like, and if you got your chance, yeah, I want to live out the fantasy.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, right?
and it also kind of like it's a fantasy. I get that, and just leave her alone. Like, don't let my stupidness like affect her life. And that was like the whole point of that movie. You know, and I love that movie, and I, you know, like, and what kind of hit me too is just like all these people, and it was like especially like Ayo Edebiri, like she's inspired by the people in that room, and she's in that room, and you know what I mean? It's like this crazy, like you're in this room, like you watch all these things affect us, and these people have no idea, and I'm sure they get it all the time too, and it's kind of annoying, but you know, I'm, you know, 3 digits into my bar tab already. You know, like I'm just like thank you. Like it's like, dude, I moved to LA because of Van Wilder and Old School and Legally Blonde. Like,
dude.
like
So what did you get to share with? What did you get to share with him? Did you get to like?
I just said thank you. He's like, yeah, I love that movie too. It's 7 movies in one. I was like, yes. I was like,
It is. Yes, it is. Oh
yeah.
man.
Yeah. It's stuff like, you know, and I got to like Bill Lord's like Scrubs is like, it's a family show. Like Scrubs like unites like me and my family. Like we love that series, you know. And it's like these people do so, like, it's not to say a thankless job, but they affect so many people, and like I don't know. It was cool to be able to. I'm sure they're like tired of it too, but it was also just nice to like be able to kind of like appreciate them and like, you know, say like how much it means to you, like. But I think next year I'm gonna do like less of that, because I think I was just a little too starstruck. Like I'm just, I mean, you know, I got to meet Donald Faison. That's like, dude, like, yeah, like Remember the Titans, and then like Turk. Turk is such a good character, you know what I mean? And he has this new series out with John Cryer and Abigail Spencer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's what is it?
Like X Family or something like that, or like.
Yes, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
And it's,
I was thinking about like, yo, I want to see this, and I
It's
was like, I was gonna check out the episode, and I didn't yet.
that show's kind of crazy to me, because like I respect the kind of modern, adult, mature, above the squabble process of like a divorce. You know, it's like we just did, you know, we had a successful marriage that lasted this long, and we
Yeah.
like, and I respect that. but also there's that kind of like, yo, why are you friends with the dude that's with your girl? Like, it's like there. I know, but like, you know, you need to be above that. But there's like also kind of like a, I don't know, just probably, I don't know if I'm raised like this or is this like some kind of weird, you know, Y chromosomes thing that's like, like,
it's
there's
both,
something
man.
wrong
It's
about
both.
that. There's
It's
something
both.
not right about that. Like,
It's nature and nurture. It's sitting there together, right on top of each other. Because I get it. Like, yeah, why are you? This none
yeah,
of this works.
like
Like, mm-mm.
like the way Wayne Brady like owns up to something like that too. Like, you know, he moved in with his ex-wife and, you know, to be with the other independent. Like dude,
I
that's real. That's parenting. That's there to be for your.
that,
That's to be there for your kid.
that is, and that I get where it's like, but also to have the money to be able to do so.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, if like honestly myself, I'm divorced. I have my daughter, and if I was like, if things were in a perfect world, I don't know. Yeah, I would have been like, all right, cool, yeah, like, all right, I'll buy you your house that's oh so far, you know, and
Yeah.
you could be there, and then my daughter can just, hey, go between the houses, you know, and it's right here. We all, you know, that's it. I'm not gonna live on the same property as you, but you know,
Mhm.
like, there you go. And at some point, a little bit, that was indeed my life. My family does like owns realty houses, blah blah whatever, and so they bought an apartment building, and there was an opening. So my mom was like, "Hey, you should just go rent from us and be here." And then, so that's what they did. So it was literally like a block away from where I lived. So it was like my daughter was able to go back and forth. It was fantastic. So I mean, I get that whole ideal and that ethic, but going as far as living in the same,
Yeah.
why? And then being friends with, ugh, that's just weird.
But at the
It
same
doesn't
time,
make
like if
sense.
you're supposed to be, I'm try, I try dissecting this in ways like you're supposed to be cool with your, like you agreed to this and you're happy, but so what's like, why are you supposed to not like this new guy?
That is true.
Like,
That's the whole thing. Why you're not supposed to?
yeah, like
I get it,
why can't this guy be
but
your best friend? Like, what, you know, it's
it's a little bit of territory that still runs through.
yeah,
It's just like no, no,
yeah.
nah, nah.
What's it called?
Yeah,
The Rock is like that too, right? Like his ex-wife, like
yeah.
his business partner, and then like his trainer is his ex-wife's new husband. Like,
I don't.
like it's
That just sounds
I
weird.
respect it a lot, but and I hope to be mature enough to, or I hope to not have to deal with that situation, but I hope to be mature enough to like be that way too.
Oh, they're saying we're lagging a little bit on the feed.
How come I'm not getting the chat?
Ooh.
Hey,
Oh well, no, people were sending it directly to me.
Oh,
Instead
okay.
of, like they didn't want to say it in the chat, I guess, you
All
know.
right. Yo,
But no,
critique
yeah,
all you
for the
want
rock
in the
thing,
chat.
man.
We don't know what's. We don't know
but
better.
but the rock thing, I don't know. That's, you know what? I'm gonna say it, and this is gonna be like, if Jezzer was watching this, he'd make a meme where it's like he'd have my face and he'd have these words where it's like it's giving big cuck energy, man. I'm sorry, I just that's what it feels like when you're like, keeping you around, and we're best friends now, and I'm like,
Wait, but who's the cuck? Rock or the other guy?
sorry to say it, but hey, Rock,
I mean,
you
is
may
it
want to
like
think about it, dude. You worked so hard to keep these people around, like you just can't live without them. To that extent, it's like, all right, you're my business partner. Now I understood why she is the business partner. She was pretty much already there from the beginning
mhm.
as doing these things. So it's like, yeah, who else would I not trust more than you? I get that. But then, I make sure I employ your husband too, so he could be my trainer. And then it's like, and the person that when we were having our interviews, blah blah blah, maybe they could be employed as my mailman. I'm like, what the hell, dude? You don't need to keep every aspect of it right around you, but I guess it kind of keeps things safe too, because he's like, hey, you can see where your wife is. We're not doing anything. And maybe as your trainer, I mean, look at The Rock. He's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
So the trainer knows what he's doing. So
Like
maybe I have to give up on the big cuck energy and just accept it. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, see, I wouldn't like in that situation. I wouldn't really put Rock in the cup. Like, everyone depends on him. So
True.
like, yeah, if it's let's say it's not like a mature thing. It's not like a business. It's like I own these people. Like,
but did they approach him and say, "Hey, I need a job," or did he approach each one of them?
did he give
Hey,
them
I
the
know we're getting
offer?
divorced. You are my manager.
Did he make them an offer they can't refuse? Kind of thing is how I see it. It's like you're not gonna get a better paycheck than this. Like, it's not that like but then like now they're also dependent. Everything's dependent on him. So his happiness, his life is. They're all like, you need to make sure that I win because this is how you win. And
Well, you know what? Maybe what it is, because I know wrestlers do that a lot. Like, wrestlers are like carnies, and it's like, if I have a connection with you, I keep you forever. Like, I need to make sure you are here in my life forever. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, he comes from a wrestling family, that whole ethic, and it's like, once I'm connected to you as a form that people would say lovingly, like, yeah, this is family, then you don't say goodbye to family. Family stays. So maybe that's it. He has a big heart. That's what it is.
I can
I mean,
see
he
that
possibly
too.
does, like,
Yeah.
in real life. Probably has like a real ass, like a big ass fucking heart. That dude's huge. So, yeah. I mean, okay. Oh my God! Speaking of The Rock, did did you see Jordan the Stallion's thing that is like breaking the internet about like Generation X or Z or whatever, that they're aging at an extremely rapid rate?
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I am an example of that." And he's like, after he did all that, he's like, "I'm 26." I was like, "Oh my God!" Like, he's right. And I'm like,
He
"Yo,
complains
I'm
like he's
older.
my age though.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying." And then The Rock responding to him like, "Oh God, I gave you the pat and all that stuff." Hilarious. I was like, "Oh my God!" But that's a big thing that now people are looking at, and they're like, "Oh my God, they're right. I am aging like blah." I'm like,
I think I'm
"Man, I'm
aging pretty
sorry,
well.
guys.
I don't
No,
relate. Like, yeah.
dude, hey, that's what I was thinking about too." And I was like, "Yo," and then my daughter was saying that too. She was like, "Oh my God, it is true." Because you guys, she was like, "You guys are doing well." Oh my God. And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you guys. I don't know where the stress is coming from. I don't know what you guys." But then again, this is a generation that went through COVID, went through like the end part of 9/11. I guess they were just being born into it, and like all these other things, and it's just like, damn, they went through Trump, and they went through a lot, and it's just like, yeah, I guess that can age you, and that can age you horribly. So, but then again, it's also like, yo, they have tools that we didn't get to have, where it's like we don't shun therapy anymore.
Yeah.
We don't do all those things. You guys have all these tools that we didn't get to have. You have the internet at your fingertips. You have AI. Like, you can write an A paper in a second. And we couldn't. We had to pay that other kid, that weird kid that sits in the corner during class. Like, we had to do all that. And then you guys just, there's a lot of things you guys get that's fantastic. And I just wish that was the same thing for us. But, so, well, then why are you guys aging so quickly? I don't know.
I think it's the lack of sunlight might be a part of it too, like because it's more time on screen.
Oh God.
It's like
So the phrase "get out and touch some grass."
Yeah, get out. I don't really gotta touch the grass. Just go outside. I don't know. Like, I mean, like, well, it was only for me. It was like middle school. It's like because I had like really bad asthma and allergies growing up, so I didn't go outside too much as like a kid. Like, I was the first kid with internet. I was the first kid with high speed internet out of everyone I knew because I couldn't go outside, so my parents got it for me. And it's high speed internet was cheaper than putting me into sports. So, So
Ooh.
and then but then like yeah, once like puberty hit, and then like I could go outside without like bleeding through my ears. It was
Oh.
yeah, like it was. I was outside with my friends all the time. Like we used to just walk around our neighborhood the whole time, and like there's this kind of like new gas station with like a little eatery at the back, and we'd go there at Friday nights because when they were closing, they would like triple up on the food they give us because they were gonna throw it away. So we'd buy one thing and they just stack us with food,
Yo.
and so we would do
Oh
that.
my
That was like
god.
Friday nights. We'd end up with a bunch of potato wedges, fried chicken, and stuff like that. Like, it was like like think about it, it was like probably a half-mile walk to this gas station. Like from and then yeah, then that was from the person who lived the closest. So we'd be there, walk back, we'd get home from school like we got out middle school. We got out like at 1:40, so we'd be there from like two. We'd be out from 2:30 to 10 o'clock, just walking around, or we'd play some
Oh, okay.
basketball and
Right.
stuff like that. We just ran like and this was like a regular thing. So whereas now like you probably cut that in half. 'Cause I'm sure kids still do it, but most of the time too they get the social part of the interaction just by like being online and gaming. So it's like it's not like they're antisocial, but they're kind of just
Uh,
missing just random parts of like being out. And like I was reading something, there's like the third place is gone. Like your third place is gone because it used to be like home and work, and now it's like when you work at home, it's like you don't go to anywhere
mm.
else. You don't need to go anywhere else. So it's like you don't have a outside
Oh, yo.
outside your life's or outside of your like your regular stuff to do because you kind of like you're
Damn.
you kind of like I think a lot of us have like I value my time and my energy now, and like why am I going to go do all that when I can just stay home? And which is like it makes a lot of economical personal sense, but there's also something we're missing by doing that.
Well, true, true. But that's the thing. I mean, once you hit a particular age, that is usually like the goal.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, you want to know how to save money? That meme that's going around, you want to know how to save money? And then they're like, when you're 30 and you want to save money, go home, sit down, and shut the f up. That was it. It's like enjoy. And it was like, yo, that is true. Like and then like once you hit your 30, that whole thing of like, well, another one that's like, um, yeah, we're 30, so we stay home and blah 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 blah. Yeah, we're 30. We can't wait to cancel on plans. Like it's true. When you get to that age, you're just like, nah. How can I cancel? Stay home, and the money that I would have spent going out, I'm spending here, and I'm good. So we order food, and then we watch something and play something, and that's it. But we still do communicate. People will, oh, hey, we're going to play this game. Everybody get on, blah, blah. We're going to be on Discord, and blah, blah. So that happens, but yeah, there is no third place. And because there's a lack of the third place, it's people just, like you said, staying in.
Yeah,
And that's it.
and I think that it's
Ooh.
like yeah we're in our 30s, we're doing that, but they're doing that in their teens now. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like uh
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's true.
so that's what it's
Oh,
like there for me there was that transitional period. Well, luckily there was a pandemic, but there was that transitional period where I was like, man, it's Friday night, I'm fucking doing laundry. I feel like shit. Like like I'm a fucking loser. Like what's going on? It's like I don't feel that
man.
way any. Like
See,
I'm
okay.
over it now, but it's like there was like 30. Oh, it would yeah. I turned like 30 was like when I turned 30, it's like still like I'm 30. It's not that different from 20. But it's like shit. I'm fucking doing laundry right now. It is 8 o'clock on a Friday. Like what the it's like. But then
Well, ultimately, well, when you think about it, I mean, why not?
well
I've got
because then
responsibilities
it
and I
opened
actually
up my
take care of them
Saturday
now.
to do nothing. It's still at home, but it's like it's like I could get it done today. Like I had work today, so if I do something, it's still kind of like so. Saturday will be my real day
Oh,
off, whereas Sunday I'm gonna meal prep. I'm gonna get everything ready for work and like So
Oh,
that's why it was like that's where
oh,
like
that is
that
true.
transition kind of happened for me. But like I still felt that guilt of like not being out on a Friday. Like why am I not trying to be out? Why am I not trying to do something with my friends? Like but then now it's just like yeah, you just the article says like people spend a lot more time alone, and it's just like and it's something that they
Mm,
want. It's like yeah, everybody needs their peace of mind, but it's like there's a part of it that's healthy and there's a part of it that's unhealthy. Like it's like there's
yeah.
where we put so much less value in others and stuff like that, and it's like a lot of times it's not the act of being out as that you're out with your friends kind of thing, and that like adds so much
Well,
unforeseen benefits.
you're you're socializing,
Yeah,
which is something that you need. You need to be able to meet and connect with other people. It's not the get out, like you said, it's not the get out and touch the grass. It's to get out and speak to people. Listen, learn, expand, and listen, learn, and share. There are moments where you want to have this conversation. You want to open dialogue with people, and that's the thing that you should do. Okay, I'm seeing. Yeah, we are still lagging.
man, I don't know what's to do with the lag. Like,
I don't
oh, it's
know.
saying there's a. All right, hold on. There's dropped frame 71.8%. How do I fix that?
Ooh,
I'm not. I wonder if that's just my internet.
that's a good
Like, which
question.
internet am I using? No, I'm on the right internet.
Hmm.
Uh, output fast, high, very fast, medium. Uh,
It's a good question.
let's try. Let's see if this helps. Yeah, I'm just trying to match the
Oh,
YouTube
hold
settings
on.
that they recommend.
Oh, gosh. I know. I feel sometimes like YouTube just actually presents things to ruin you. They're like, yeah, you'll figure it out.
Yeah, because it looks good on my screen now. Like earlier, it looked like the attempt we pretended it existed, like that looked really bad on just
Uh-huh.
like even on my computer. But this one seems smooth, so
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure what to do. I mean, I'll as long as the
Hmm.
audio's coming through, I'm kind of cool with that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I
Cool.
figure we'll have
Yeah,
this
we can rip.
up and running by February. Like that's when we'll have a real
Yeah, that
pilot
makes sense.
episode. Like,
Until then, hey, we're just working out. We're
yeah.
working, and we're doing stuff with family. We're pretty much doing a rock thing right now, guys. That's what's happening. A rock thing. Oh, that's genius.
Spit.
Oh, oh, what was I forgot what I was gonna say. There was something. Um. Oh, so new movies or anything else that's come out recently. I know that on Netflix you saw Brother Son,
Mm-hmm. Brothers,
and
that's a really good show.
I, so okay, tell me how good because right now my partner is watching it, and I think she's already finished completely watching it, and I was just like, oh, dude, okay, I need to watch this. I need to watch this. So why is it so good?
It plays into so the way I see it is like it hits kind of like the complexities of like kind of a toxic family. Like it hits the complexity of toxic family in a like very digestible way, like by making it kind of extreme with gangsters and violence and stuff like that, but also kind of hitting the notes like the mate when the brothers the mom calls him just to tell him she doesn't need his help, and he's like okay, and then his friend's like your mom needs your help, she just said she didn't,
Yeah, clearly.
she said that because she wants you to help out of your own decision and reasoning, not because she told you
Out of
she
your own
wanted.
volition.
He's like, why wouldn't she just tell me? That's not how it works. Like it's so stuff like that.
But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so it's like
Oh,
it's like
geez.
hitting these kind of like messed up dynamics that like a lot of families go through, and it's hitting it, and it's very well performed. Like the action's really good, the comedy I think the subtle parts hit more than like the jokes do, especially in the earlier episodes. Like I think, like in the earlier episodes, I think it's figuring itself out. But like, yeah, but once like episode 3 comes, it starts really hitting its stride, and like, yeah, episode 6 has one of the like an amazing scene. You see the guy, Justin Chin. He has just like this very like palpable emotional scene that leads into an epic fight scene, and then like all that power and rage, you get to like see it physically play out. Like it's like,
Okay.
whereas like anybody else, it'd probably be them in the room breaking stuff, but you get to see him break people. So it's like,
Whoa.
and it's
Okay,
shot with
I
this,
get it. I get it.
it's shot with this drone that like, it's like intercut with a drone shot that like literally flies in between the fight. So like like there's one scene where like it flies under his legs.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. So like
Dang.
so you get like, you know, it's, I think what's cool about like a show like this is just because you kind of get to see a very direct like and very understandable, not like kind of like abstract representation of the emotions people are feeling. Like you get to see it right away, and then, you know, in this case, it's this dude breaking a bunch of people. Like his heart's broken, he's breaking people.
So, from a cultural aspect, is it a great show as far as what it highlights, or could there be more?
I don't know. I think it's the
I mean,
right.
there can always be
I
more.
think it's, well, it's because like I know jack about my Chinese culture. I was raised like Filipino American, so there's stuff there that like that does translate. Like the aunties thing, it's like I think in general like a lot of Asian aunties are kind of very gossipy, very much have their own little networks of things. There's stuff that I think translates, and I think that like translates across the board. Like I feel it's a lot more like an immigrant experience kind of thing.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
and there's definitely some like Chinese, Taiwanese stuff that like I don't understand, but it's also like it doesn't alienate. Like it's like, oh, this is a part of a family I just don't get. Like, you know, just like any other family you be, it's like, oh, this is where they're different than my family. But it doesn't. It's more relatable than it is. You know, like it doesn't feel. It doesn't feel like an Asian show, like a Chinese show or something like that. It just feels like a like a family gangster show. Like there was a movie where like a gangster family like went into a college and all had to band together and kill everybody because like their family. I forgot what it was. It's pretty much like that but funnier. And what's cool about this is Michelle Yeoh, no martial arts at all, and still killing it.
Really?
Like, absolutely
Like,
killing it. No martial arts at all. Like, dude, she's a savage in this show too. She is a.
Yo, man. I mean, you've been what was it for John Wick, or but you went to like the training studio and you were like, okay, yeah, I can get this. Like they have now mastered how to be able to teach actors to look competent within combat. So it's like, yeah, I can see why it's like, okay, it looks good.
Michelle Yeoh had to. I feel like she had to like fight her natural instincts. Cause
really?
She's not. It's like she has some fight scenes. She's not a martial artist at this at all. It's like like she's, you know, she's just a person in a fight.
Oh, so that means that they had to train her not to.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we've got to show you to hold that. That's true.
Like, so her son in the show is a martial artist. She's not at all. She's just a mastermind, and it's so like, yeah. She has a scene with a syringe. That's all I'll give you. But it's like chilling. It's like, damn. Like, she's Michelle Yeoh's. The one thing I wish I missed the opportunity to I went to the after party from the screening, and like I was just too scared to go up to her. Like I have like, it's hard for me to go up to celebrities. Like, you know, like in the interview is cool. You're supposed to talk to me. Outside of it is like, I don't want to waste your time. Like I'm just gonna geek out.
So, okay.
I'm just like I don't want to. You know, I have nothing. I don't know what I could like, I don't know how to segue this to a topic that we could maybe become friends. Like, I'm just gonna be like, you're amazing. That was cool. I love this. I love that. Like, I don't know what else to talk about. That's how I am with celebrities.
Look,
Like,
I I feel the same way. And then Joe told me, "Yo, who doesn't like to receive flowers, man? Just go up to him and be like, look, I know I'm a critic, or I know I'm an entertainment journalist, blah blah yada yada, but I just wanted to say how great what you did was. I loved it. I don't have anything else to say. I don't know what else to say. You know, like he said, just be honest and tell them like, hey, here are flowers. And then if they want to continue to talk, they will. And if they don't, they'll say, okay, thank you. That's it. And you've had a moment, and it's like, all right, that's it. And as you do it more and more, you're gonna get to a point where you're just like, oh hey man, blah blah. Maybe you do have something to talk about. And then if you don't, you just still did the same thing. That's it.
that's good.
I mean, you know, they want you to they want you to see them as people in that moment, especially if they're like, well, you're a part, once again, as we said, you're a part of this machine. You may be at the bottoms, but you're a part of this machine. So I want you to be able to interact with me and not make it weird. And that's it.
I'm very.
That's how
I think the part for me is like I feel like because one, everyone is way shorter than they appear on screen. Like, why is everybody like 5'2"? Like, oh my god! Like, I swear to God, you're supposed to be 6 foot on screen. Why are you 5'4"? Like, bro, why are you all my mom's height? Like,
dude, I'm learning that with wrestlers right now, where it's like, oh, you know, in wrestling it's horrible because they bill you as this and this, and then when you see him, you're like, dude, I'm 5'11". What the hell? Like, wait, you're like MJF? He's 5 foot. He said like 5'9", and I was like, what? Like, I see you against people. Wait, so how tall is it? Ah! Like my whole world is gone now.
yeah.
But dude, yeah, having to go to like the gala events and all these things, and you're just seeing a bunch of Tom Cruises. Like, it feels like when you walk in, everyone is like, "Oh, hey, I want to say hello to you. Hold on, let me get my all right, get my crate. Okay,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? You know, like
Yeah.
you're just like, ah, geez,
Dude,
but for you that has to be crazy.
my friend was
Well,
taking
how-
pictures at the Critics' Choice. Like, you just see me leaning over all the time talking to people. Like, it's like I feel like it makes me feel weird because like I have like I'm leaning in and like luckily no one's like leaning away from me, so I don't feel that bad. I think, but it's like because yeah, it's like I had to like turn my head down to hear and stuff. It's a loud room, so it's like I'm like you know, and it's like I go from my my usual like shoulder like standing, but it's just like what like. And so I feel weird. It makes me feel because I like physically like I feel weird. Like I've been like it's it's like trying to talk to a kid. It's like trying to talk to a kid where I look up to this person at the same time. Like it's
bad. Oh god, I don't envy. Wait. So how tall are you?
6'4" on a good day. Like I
Dear
6'3",
God,
6'3",
I
like
just know you're tall.
for sure
I just know you're
6'3".
tall. That's all I know.
But like like in the morning 6'4", by the end of the day 6'3". Like,
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. I don't know. I just know that like you're tall and intimidating, and I love when we go places. I'm just like, oh yeah, say that to Kevin, and you're just like, hey, what's going on? Oh, I'm sorry, and then I'm like, yeah, that feels great to me. But yeah, I never thought about that. Like, God, you do have to. Hey, how you doing, Michelle? Yo, it's fantastic speaking.
Like yeah, like because I know like how it's like just from like college, like trying to like pick up girls and stuff like that. It's like. Especially if they're Asian girls, like God, it's like where'd the fucking light go? Like one girl literally said that when I walked up, and I was like, I'm out. Like it was like
the light go. You blot out the sun.
Yeah, it's
Dear
like
God.
it's like it's like I fucked up my approach. It's like it's it's not, and it's hard to like not see me coming. Like
yeah.
It's so I'm very like. Like a big thing is like I always feel like I take up too much space, and there's like a whole thing about like own your space and shit like that too, and then like also it doesn't help like my mom like was doing everything she could to like stop my growth. Like I was drinking coffee at like 5 and 6.
Dude, here's the coffee. Put on the shoes that are smaller.
It's like I was growing out of the clothes too fast, so it was like I was like she was it was weird like. Because she also felt bad that I looked like a weird-ass kid with a dress because she would buy the clothes, but then, like, by the next report card, it was too small.
Yeah.
Oh, your screen froze. Hello?
Is it mom or is it dad? It's not mom, so it's dad.
Yo, your screen. Oh, there you goes. You're back.
Oh,
But yeah.
so who is it that's tall that you get it from?
I think my dad's side has it. I really just think it's American nutrition.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I think it's American food. Like it was like with the combo.
Okay.
Like I think the genetics had the possibility, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more just like giving it the right, nurturing that like allowed me to grow. I
Ooh.
so because because like on my dad's side, I think so my birth dad, he's I think 5'9", 5'9", 5'10". He has a kid that hit 6 foot. He has like one of my older
damn.
half brothers hit 6 foot. But on my mom's side, like I have a couple cousins like they got to 5'10". But
Oh shoot.
oh wait.
Okay. Okay.
So I think like 6 foot was never out of the question for a lot of it. I think it's just I lucked out. But then my other cousin who was raised here is only 5'4".
Dang.
So who knows?
I don't know. Man.
Actually, it might come
I'm
from the
5'11",
Chinese side.
I'm
It actually might come because the bigger cousins are also mostly Chinese too. Like
Oh. Okay. Well, there we go.
yeah. So like well, at least the dudes are like above average. Like they're 5'10".
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Ooh. I had another question about your brother's son. Comparing it to Warrior, is it something that is comparable, or is it like, nah, man, these are just two different beasts?
two very different beasts. Two very different. Like
Okay.
yeah, Warrior is Warrior. I would put more along the lines of like Sopranos and Sopranos and The Wire. Like I would
Okay.
put it, like
Okay.
along those lines. It's like very conspiratorial, very political, very. There's like so many. This one is more. Like
Is it more of a whole separation of, well, because like everything else you mentioned,
this one feels
it's
more
very
network
HBO,
TV.
it's very cable. There you go. That's
Yeah.
what I was going for.
It was like
That's
more of a
exactly
network
what I-
TV drama than a cable drama. Like that's the vibes.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can go with that.
But yeah.
Go with that. That's something I can. I'd
Oh,
like to see.
the one thing like if I got to be Michelle, like I just want to know what she thought of Costco, because like she had this scene in Costco, and I just wanted like because you gotta imagine Michelle Yeoh's like too popular to be at a Costco at this point in her life. You know what I mean?
Ooh, yeah, that's
Like
true.
she's too
But
big
I
to go to
mean,
Costco. Like
just go to the right one in
maybe,
your neighborhood.
maybe. Yeah, but like I want like because I don't know any Asian person like any Asian people like most people like who don't like kind of like overly love Costco. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's Costco. I don't understand how someone who just like, no, I don't like. Maybe you don't like the groups of people. Like there's too many people at moments. I can understand that, but dude, Costco is like it's like Target where you can't go in and say I'm only getting this one thing, and then you're always walking out like, oh my god, I need to fill out a FAFSA. I just like you spent way too much. Only thing I'm mad about with Costco was their whole thing. Now is like we only use Visa, we don't use any other thing, and then finally they were like, all right, Amex and Visa. You're like, so you're just gonna leave out MasterCard? Like, I understand leaving out Discover. Everyone leaves out Discover. But MasterCard? Like, come on, man. It's like, no, that's just how it works. I used to hate that because it was like, I want to go to Costco and I want to get the hot dog and, a slice of pizza and a drink. Oh my God, that's the cheapest lunch, but it's so fantastic. You can't get it if you don't have a Visa. And it was like,
Yeah.
But now I have one and I love Costco again. So.
Have you tried the steak sandwich from Costco yet?
No. Is it good?
I can't get myself to get it. It's $10.
Oh,
Like,
wait, it's in the food court, or
yeah, it's in the
like
food court.
I
So,
did not know there was a steak sandwich in there.
like,
I just found out about the cookie. I just found out about the big cookie and how they took away the churro, and then people were making ice cream sandwiches or dipping the cookie in the ice cream or whatever.
oh, they
But
took out the
I didn't know
churro.
there was a steak sandwich.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
they substitute the churro for the cookie
I
now.
always go to the business center by me, so like I haven't been to a regular Costco in a while.
Okay, okay.
But
Well, dude, okay, hold on. That steak sandwich, is that something that's only at the business center?
no, it's the business center doesn't have a food court. But like when we went to
Oh, okay.
well, I just saw the steak sandwich when we went to what was that NXT event?
Shoot,
No
I
Mercy.
forgot. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, when we
Okay.
went there, they had
All
the
right.
steak. It was $9.99, but I was like, yeah, a hot dog and a pizza's $3.50. Like,
You're like, here's a
is
steak sandwich. There's
it
also a hot dog and a pizza.
is it 3 times better than a hot dog and a pizza? Like, that's how I'm looking. Like, is it
Hey,
3 times better? Like, because
that's a good question. You're
I
you're getting two flavors with the hot dog and the pizza,
and a
and then
drink.
with the steak sandwich and a drink. With the steak sandwich, I'm just getting a steak sandwich.
Yeah.
It better be damn good. Like,
Or at the same price, like I can get a whole pizza. Like,
oh,
how you gonna be the same price of the whole pizza? And you have to you know how much better than a whole pizza you have to be the same price as the whole pizza. You know, it's like
yo, that's real. That's honest. Because yeah, how do you? No, no.
like $6.
And the
I
pizza is
probably would have
pretty
tried
good.
it. $6, I could probably try it. Like but $10
Six
for
dollars makes sense.
yeah, $10 is like, bro, how you like I can get a pizza for $10. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, man, that is taking advantage of the economy and just
yeah,
like, hey, you can go somewhere else, but you're already here at Costco. It's like,
yeah.
okay, yeah, but I'm not gonna spend it. Fine, go somewhere else and spend it. And you're just like, ah, fuck, all right, fine, I'll get it. Because I honestly, that's how I would think. Like, I don't know, I still want to know. Costco really doesn't have bad stuff. All right, I'll pay $10, and then it's like immediately once I pay, when my receipt comes up on my phone, I'm like, oh, why did I do it? Why did I do it? It's like telling you how bad you were. You know, coming from a country that is considered a third world country, uh, it's something about I can't do it. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I just can't. No, 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 I can't. I can't unless Illuminati's paying for it. I can't do it.
Oh, we're not.
I just can't.
We can't afford to pay for
Oh,
Jack.
exactly right. Yeah, quiet and skeptic when we can. So. I'm just always trying to put that in. I always want free stuff. I still want, freaking A. I said it last time. I'm saying it again. On February 2nd, Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is coming out. I would love to be able to play it. In fact, I hear 4 people can play it. In fact, I hear 4 people can play it and do something on Discord and maybe even stream it. Hey, Warner Brothers.
It's
You got
WB
a
Games.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah. Hey, WB Games, Rocksteady. We would love to do that for you. All we need is a game for 4 people.
And it's cross-platform, so we got all of them covered.
Boom, boom, boom. Come on. We'll be able to tell you how great it is on the PlayStation, how great it is on the Xbox, how great it is on the PC. I don't know. Whatever. And we can do that all for you for the price of 4 games. Think about that. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, on their end, it's the person copying and pasting it and just sending in an email. That's all they got to do.
That's it. That's it. Hey, we're making your job easy for you. Hey, PR team, we love what you do. There you go. There you go. We just made a connection. I think we just felt something. We just became best friends. That's it. Dude, because I want to play that game, but I don't want to buy it.
That's not a way to...
No. It's only because everyone is like, oh, it's so hard for this, and oh, so hard for that. And then if I buy it, and I'm like, I'm still happy with it, I still can't tell everyone because they're going to be like, oh, did that. Like, I bought Anthem. I still have it. Everyone poop talks Anthem. I love it. I was a fan of show Exo Squad, and it's pretty much me living out my life, and I'm happy with it. And I am a DC stan. I am a DC apologist. So I was already going to buy the game, and if you guys don't give it to me, I'm ultimately going to buy it. Yeah, I am. But still, if I could get it for free, I would be very happy. I would be very happy. And I'm admitting the fact that yes, I will buy it. I will. But I would love if you guys could, give me a free game, and then the money that I would use to buy that game, I'll use for the in-game purchases. See? I'm just saying, look, I'm down. I just need them to be down.
I thought they took out the in-game purchases, though. That was like the big thing.
Oh, really? See? That's even better. Look how benevolent you guys... Bravo! Rocksteady and Warner Brothers, Montreal or whatever. You guys are fantastic. And, yeah, I want that game. I really do. And then maybe they'll create a DLC for another character, hopefully, or something. That would be cool, too. Or I would think, put DLCs for expansions, because the Suicide Squad has had so many iterations. Dude, people are going to be like, I want to... Here it is. It'll be good. I don't know. I still need to get Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate's fun. Yeah, we'll be streaming tomorrow night on Twitch. Apparently, I'm very chaotic. Dude, I died during a cutscene. I don't understand how I died. The cutscene happened, it came out, I was dead.
Oh my god!
And then another cutscene, they came out, I was in jail.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun. I'm just, I don't get it. I get the game. It's just, I just don't get how I keep getting in trouble.
Oh, God. So you're not even a chaotic neutral. You're just chaotic.
Yeah, it's, I was trying to investigate a dead body, and then, the guards came out of nowhere, and, they're like, you can't do that. I was like, I was going to kill them. But they're like, no, don't kill them. You can't. Because if I kill them, the whole town's going to be after us. And
oh, God.
So I went to jail. And then I broke out of jail, but I didn't have any of my equipment because, they took everything. And I ended up, in this, messed up fight where I had to, keep running around until everyone showed up because I had nothing to attack with.
Jeez. Wait. So, all right, on the time when you're not playing with everyone, and also I got to ask who you're playing with, but... On the time when you're not playing with anyone, are you trying to grind and make your character better and stronger, or?
No, it's we're all playing together. It's the same campaign, but it's just you kind of have a little bit of freedom to go interact with stuff. And I was just checking out the area. That's all. Both times, I was just checking out the area. I died in the tutorial.
No, dude, don't say that. Now I'm not gonna want to play at all.
I don't understand. There's still the freaking pop-up windows on the screen telling you what to do, and I just died during the tutorial.
All right, so you're gonna want to. Oh God!
They were they got a new pet. A new pet joined us, and then they came out. I was dead, and it was they had to revive me.
See, that's intimidating for me because I already don't like Call of Duty. Like I said to everyone last time, I get sniped anytime I do anything. The game starts and they're like, "All right, so here you are. Now you've got your what the? Why is everyone okay?" It's always that way. It's they literally look at me. They're like, "The weakest one," and immediately I'm dead. When we played Ghostbusters, I was first. I was like, "Oh God." Oh, God. I learned how to play alone. I kept playing alone so I could build myself up and to come back. All right, guys. Because if not, I would have died at every moment. Here, you're the ghost. I'm dead. I'm caught. What?
Well, being a ghost is hard. That's stressful.
Being a ghost is very hard. Very hard. But I love the mechanics for how they got it all set. It was man, this is dope. Yeah, I would love to play online. If that's how it works, this is great. Because other times I'll play online and it's I don't like this. I don't like that. I don't like that. I told you I want that Harry Potter thing to happen. Hopefully that happens on the next one.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of online, have you heard of Pal World?
No. What is
All
that?
right. So this game it came out Friday. It's on early access on Steam. If you have Game
Mm-hmm.
Pass, you could start playing right away. It's also on cloud gaming, so you can just if you have Game Pass, you just stream it. Basically, it's like Breath of the Wild meets Pokemon Arceus and like Minecraft or Lego
Oh,
Fortnite.
whoa.
So there's giant pals or just pals roaming the world, like Pokemon, and you can catch them, But unlike in like the Pokemon game, here you can like go up and punch them, hit them with like a bat or something, or shoot them because there's guns in this game.
Okay.
And then you gotta build a base, you gotta survive, you gotta eat every now and then. And you can use the Pokemon you capture. You could use them or pals. You can use the pals that you capture the same way you would, like in Pokemon. You could have them, for battles and stuff like that. So if you're gonna fight, they'll fight whatever you're fighting. But you can also leave some at your base to like tend to your base, so they can. Yeah, so you need to like harvest food. You need to like melt down ore. You gotta water the plants. You could set up a grazing area for like the sheep and chicken Pokemon, so you get wool and eggs. So you gotta gotta keep having these resources and stuff. You could like a logging base, a quarry, like to get stuff like that to get your different materials and stuff like that. So and as you level up the base, you can put more and more of these pals there to and you need different varieties and stuff because some can like the plant ones can like plant stuff, the water ones can water it. Ones with hands can harvest it and stuff like that. And then,
Okay. So you have Pokemon.
yeah, and then the movement and stuff,
pals.
the movement and fighting is very Zelda Breath of the Wildish. So which is really cool. It's like you could climb, you could jump, you could glide. Then you have your different weapons. You can you can have your bow and arrow. You can have your swords. I haven't got a sword yet. I've had the machete. But you can also have like full on like guns. So a pistol, a shotgun, assault rifle, a minigun. You could give one of you, and then the pals can also use these weapons. So you could have a pal over there with like an AR or an Uzi.
What? Oh, okay. All right. So I'm hearing this, and I'm like, okay. So you're able to tend to your base. You have your pals to be able to do it, and things like that. You're close to selling me on it. Yeah. You're holding something back, man. Just, come on. Tell me.
All right, so yeah, so
there has to be more.
Yeah, so not only are there pals, there's other humans, and you get into fights with them. What you can do with pal that you can't do in any other, like capture. You could capture the people. So you have pal balls, and you could throw it at the people.
Hold on. You just went right past it, really fast. So wait. You can capture the other humans who can also capture pals. Yeah. You can capture them.
Yes. At least NPCs. I haven't played with other people yet, but yeah, NPCs you can capture. So.
Yo! Oh my god! Oh my god! No way! So okay, when you capture the NPC, are they like? Do they now? You can like.
You can use them just like you would a pal.
Say go fight.
Yeah.
No.
So like when you start the game, there's this NPC with a shotgun. They're way stronger than you at first. Like if you hit them, they just start shooting you and you die.
Okay.
But you can come back later, knock down their health, throw a pal ball at them, and now they're in your party or in your pal box, and then you could put them to work at your base. But all they can do is like hand stuff, so they can only like build and like gather material. But if you have them on your party, you can send it out, and they'll start shooting people. When you attack them. So you could.
So you're based on plantation. You're based on plantation. You're going out with your animals, your pals, and you're capturing other pals. And every once in a while, there's that a-hole with the gun. I didn't like him. Go get him. And then now you're in here. You're in my pal box. Go work. And he's like, oh, I just wanted to feed my family. Shut up and work. Like you can just. That's it now.
Yeah.
Dude. Oh my god. Okay, now you sold me on it because I would not mind. There's something about making people do things. Come on, man. I mean, we all had Sims and the Sim Creator, blah blah. Man, this is a step, maybe in the wrong direction, but it's a step that's still fun to do. I'm not playing God. I'm just playing a slave master, and to an extent it works.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, that's not.
What's
Oh
funny too is the
man.
NPCs, they just keep the same dialogue. So the main one's like, "Oh, you must be new here. You should try doing this." And then every time you talk
Oh,
to them at the base, they just say the same thing over and over. They only got the one line. But then, what's so like the survival aspect of it? Like, so the pals have to like eat and stuff like that too. So you got to set up. You want to make it self sustaining. So like if you leave, like they can gather and harvest their own food.
oh
But
my
also
god.
they have like conditions. Like sometimes they'll be like, oh, this pal's upset and just went to sleep. The human that I captured apparently has developed an eating disorder because of the stress, and then so the status bar on or that person says over full. It's
Yeah, man.
so it's
Hey, no, that's a shame because for me, I would have thought slavery would have been the part where I was like, oh, that's dark. But this dark that they have like, hey, you know what? I've gained an eating disorder because of how horrible you are as a slave master, and it's like, oh, geez. So you have to take care of them, but can you just kill them and
so
like,
so there's like if you get the machete and you have it
uh
equipped, like because you can interact with your pals and stuff, like you can pet them, you can feed them and stuff like that. But if you have the machete uh, equipped, you lose the pet feature and you get the dismember feature. And so you could harvest them, and if you harvest them, they don't come back.
can you dismember the people?
I haven't been able to, like, I haven't even been able to dismember a pal. Like I like haven't figured out how that works. Like I've had it equipped, I've tried different, but I think you can, and I think you get like,
Okay.
because you get like so like some of the like you get food and like when you capture like the lamb ball is like a very common one. You get lamb
Hmm.
steaks, and then you cook it to eat it. But it's like you didn't kill it, even if you just capture it or you just knock it out, you still get that stuff.
Oh, okay, okay,
But like
okay.
I figure
So,
if I haven't gotten it to work yet, but if you dismember it, I feel like you would just get like a bunch of steaks and wool.
huh. That makes sense. So where do you get where do you get the game? Is it what like is it for a different platform, different
It's basically
system?
PC
Where?
and Xbox. So if you have Game Pass, you could like just play it off your browser because it's
Okay.
also cloud streaming. But PC, Steam, and Xbox
Mm,
Game Pass. Those are the only two places to get it that I know of.
PC, Steam.
Because it's
Okay.
still early
Okay.
access. It's like it's advanced beta.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
right. God. Okay, so it's on Steam. I imagine a lot of people are downloading it or getting it, or
Yeah.
how's the response?
So I read it like over 1 million downloads as of yesterday, and the servers are having trouble keeping up. Like I've been kicked out of like the game just stops sometimes. Like it's still kind of buggy, but I mean as that's the beauty of Xbox and Game Pass. You don't have to pay for anything, or you don't have to pay anything
That's
extra.
true.
So it's like I just load it up and
Man,
yeah.
dude. Okay. So is it like rated
I
14 and
I
up,
feel like
or
it's got to be rated M because like
it has to be,
yeah,
right?
it's like animal cruelty. Like you're straight up shooting these animals and people. Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
but then you think about it, you're like,
it's like it's like just because it's a cutesy design doesn't change the fact that you're straight up shooting these things.
well, true. I mean, hey, Happy Tree Friends taught us that.
Yeah,
So we all remember that. It was like, oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, jeez, man. Oh, if I knew how to like develop games, that's fantastic. I mean, think about it, but it's dark but it's still like, oh, man.
it's addicting too.
Oh,
Like because you end up like farming and like trying to level up and stocking. Like so you could like it's like Pokemon Arceus is when they introduce kind of like the live Pokemon that you have to like find and capture. It's like that.
mhm.
So you to get like To get near them, you have to sneak up on them.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
and then yeah. So I'm like running around with my bat, hitting it, and then I throw the ball at it.
So. Oh God! This is like. It's the ball.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
So it's how Pokemon should be, because that's the truth of the matter.
It's
Yeah,
you're
showing up.
yeah.
You're showing up in its natural habitat. You attack it. Once it's knocked out, you shove it in the ball.
Well, if you knock it out, you can't catch it.
Box.
If you knock,
okay.
So you have to.
So you only have to be able to beat it, and then after that, it's like, all right, get in the PAL box.
Yeah, like a different, like so, like with the humans too. Like if you knock them out, you can't capture them. But if you go to sleep, the next day they're back. But that's if you don't.
Oh, okay.
I think that's if you don't use like a lethal force. Like if you do use the machete to carve them up, I don't think they're coming back. Yeah. But if you knock them out with a bat, they come back.
Oh.
Yeah.
That would be okay. That makes sense. That makes perfect sense. I would love to. Oh God. That's a game that immediately you're just like, yeah. I can see why it's as popular as it is. I mean, the Pokemon feel, the Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, the controls are very it's a little like slow paced. Like in terms of movement, like, but I'm not sure if that's the movement. I don't know. It's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good, but it's like a little slow paced. I don't know if that's because the area is so big, or it just feels a little slower than like Zelda, or it's just. But like you get used to it real quick, and yeah, I probably spent like 4 hours yesterday playing. Like,
oh, what?
Yeah, it's fun.
Man.
And like so at your base too, there's like random raids. So there's like different gangs, like a Team Rocket kind of thing. It's called the Syndicate. But then there's also the Free PAL initiative or something like that, where it's like I think it's like the PETA basically. And then there's like there's like like a herd of Pokemon that will like run through, or pals. Like so sometimes there's carnivorous ones, and then there's others just like random ones. So that's how I got the wolf, like this wolf thing, because it was a carnivorous one. But then like one time it was like just a group of fire pals. So it's like
then with that, do you just like, if that's happening and you're there at that time when you're having the raid, you just kind of like, hey, all my water pals, come and like fight, or
whatever pals are in the village working will, like, depending on what you set it up for. Like I have it set, if there's intruders, they attack. Because you can set up your security too, and then like how you dictate things and stuff like that too.
Oh, okay.
And then like there's this later you get this structure where like it's kind of like an overseer thing. And when you access it, you could choose how hard they work. So you can put normal, where they just kind of like do what they do, or you can put like hard work, so they just only work. But then you can also build like a hot spring, so they can like relax and stuff too. So you could like improve their quality of life and stuff.
Oh, word! In the chat, they're saying right now, it's the ultimate hybrid game the millennial generation would make. Like, it's literally what it is.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, yeah.
Man, wow. That's something. Yeah, that makes complete sense too. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like gym battles and stuff like that too. Like, or it's like basically you take out like a head of you take out a branch of the Syndicate. That was like the first gym battle, and they have like a super. I didn't try to catch her because like I didn't know you could at the time. Like
right.
But I would go back and try to catch her because it's hilarious. Like I don't know, the concept of catching them is funny to me.
Well, I mean, hey, that makes me even consider getting it. Just everything you've explained makes me consider getting it, and that's big because I'm not a PC person. Like when it comes to gaming, I'm not. But I'm like, yo, all right, I'm interested because, man, there's so many possibilities.
Yeah. Dude, I could give you a free trial to Game Pass, and then you could just cloud game, like connect your PlayStation controller to your computer, and you could cloud game.
Oh yeah, and then just and
then yeah, so that way you don't have to download anything. You just go to Game Pass, or you have to download the Game Pass app, but you could play it through the app, and it doesn't. It's like as long as your internet's good, you're good.
Oh, word. Okay, that's good.
And then you
good.
can use whatever controller you got.
Oh man. Oh, I didn't even know that's how it works. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm down. Oh man, that's gonna be fun. Oh, that's gonna be horrible. I'm gonna be horrible. Oh man. And then other people are on the server, so could
you gotta invite them. Like so you create your world and you can invite people to your world. But yeah, I didn't know if anyone was playing, so I didn't invite anyone. I forgot what I called mine. It was like ONKOLONICED. Uncolonized.
Oh my god, that's golden. That's golden. Oh my god, uncolonized. Oh, well then you can't take a human at the PAL. You can't. You can't, because then it's like, are we really uncolonized anymore? Are you sure about that? Yeah. So
I mean, it was like this is this is the name before I changed it to America.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Okay, that makes sense. Welcome. Welcome to America. Just spell it with the K and everything. It's perfectly fine.
It's UHM. ER.
Erica? Yeah. Erica?
It's America.
They're like, wait a minute. This is America. This is America. Oh, that would be good. Oh, the transition of that. That's like that Norm Macdonald joke where he talked about, he was like, no, it wasn't Norm. Was it Norm? I think it was Norm. He wanted to have a show, and I think he did for like a season or two. But he said he wanted to have it evolve where ultimately he has a wife, they divorce, and then later you find out that they didn't divorce, she was murdered. And for most of the show, you've been watching him trying to solve her murder. And it goes from being this very funny sitcom to him going around like, who killed my wife? You killed my wife! And then he's like, and then we'd end the show. So we never find out who did it, but that's just how the show was. It was like, he's like, yeah, I guess that's why I didn't get 2 seasons. Because he's like, sense. I was definitely going to make it that. And I was like, dear God. Like, oh. So, yeah, that's a millennial thing. That makes sense. That makes sense. I agree with that comment. Oh, God. Oh, I would do. All right. I can go for it. So, I'm thinking to myself right now, am I talked out? Is there anything else that we can discuss? Something that was maybe happened this week?
What happened this week?
I don't know.
Bro, I'm working too much. I'm like so out of the loop. Like,
I mean, yeah, I think I'm.
Yeah, I think it's a good spot to end it on. Big plug for Power World. Big plug for Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League.
Yeah, hey. Brother Son. We also mentioned that.
Yeah.
So, not bad.
Oh, real quick.
We did good.
Did you see Joe Coy's monologue for the Golden Globes? That's what it is.
Thank you.
That's what it was.
That's what it was. Okay. I am... In some ways, I understood like what was happening and what he did. In other ways, I was like, it's a poor musician that blames their instrument.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of back and forth. But I think it's because I have a bias. I freaking love Joe Coy. So yeah. It's kind of like, hey, you guys shut up. Stop talking bad about Joe. You don't understand how hard it is to be a minority and host a show. Ricky Gervais, he fucked up 2 years in a row. You guys allowed him that, and you're all shooting on. How dare you? And then when you watch it, you're like, oh fuck, Joe. What am I gonna say, man? I can't defend you, man. You're killing me, man. Like I don't know, but He could have did a better. He could have done a better job. And yes, you don't blame the writers. And you're a comedian. You could have gone ahead. I think who was it? It was Law who said this.
Yeah.
You're a comedian. You are supposed to be able to be funny at all moments, and you're supposed to think of something on the go. Your crowd work should be almost impeccable. At this moment, when you saw that these jokes that you were delivering weren't going over, you should have already been like, oh, I'm going to switch this up. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. There's a base, there's a foundation. Let me at least pull from that foundation and fucking change it a little bit. That's all it took. And you didn't do it. So it's kind of like now the question of, is Joe a lazy comedian? Is he just resting on his laurels? Was that it? Or was he afraid to kind of go away from what was written?
Mm-hmm.
And so he only did it a little bit by just saying, hey, it's not me, it's them. And then kept doing it? Like, how do you feel about it?
I thought he bombed. Like, I'm not like there's
Okay.
no, there's like he bombed, but it's like I think there's a reason he bombed. Is like what's like him talking about like I like so I thought he was like he started off pretty strong, but he lost the room
Yeah.
really early. So when he said like
Okay.
when like the Killers of the Flower Moon joke is when he lost everyone. I think this is when he pissed like,
Mm.
and this is something I'll bring this back to like the Critics' Choice thing like that I was trying to not say earlier, but it's like when he was like, he's like, when I watched Killers of the Flower Moon, it's like, damn, white people stole everything. Like they even stole the narrative of the book. Great joke, absolutely. That is
Cool.
Joe Coy like being real. That is a great joke.
That's perfect.
He lost everyone. He lost the room. He lost majority of the viewers at home. That's so he lost everyone. Like, and I think with something with like the Golden Globes, you really got to be an insider. You have to be like invited to the party to be able to host
Right.
that. Joe Coy would have never been invited. Like, not never, but like he's never been invited to the party so far. So
Yeah,
for him
it's very
to like take the shots at the people and to like kind of like hit with such a real, such a kind of like a joke that was too real for the room. Too like
Ooh.
these people are there celebrating. They're just celebrating. They don't need to be reminded of how much white people screw people over. Like they like most of the time they're not trying to do that, and they hate being reminded of it. They hate having it shown to them and stuff like that.
But then why did they allow Ricky Gervais to do it 2 years?
Gervais is
I don't
the
know.
insider though. Gervais is one of them. Like you don't go to the UK without knowing who Ricky Gervais is.
True.
It's a global
But
like
every time it's controversy, and then they interview the actual celebrities, and they're like, "Oh, I hate the fact that he was the host. It was not funny. I felt attacked, and blah
But
blah." And then
they laugh though.
here's the
People
next year,
laugh
and
like
here again.
it's because it's basically a roast.
Okay, so when they laughed, here's the thing, and I guess I'm going to bring it back to even his joke. Is he an outsider because he's not white?
Mm, I would say it's more just he hasn't had a body, like he hasn't had a show, he hasn't had a movie with people in the room, except for Steven Spielberg who produced his movie. But he's
Yeah.
not their friend. He's a straight up stand up comedian. You know what I mean? Like he might know a few of them, but like how like who has the backstage of a project with Joe Coy? You know what I mean? Like no one does.
Ooh,
It's not against Joe. It's like it's just he's a touring sellout comedian. He's not
Yeah.
he's not doing anything that's gonna be considered for the Golden Globes. Well, except now that they had the stand up part. So
And from what I understand, he got the job or like whatever, like 10 days before it happened. Like
10
they
days
were just
before,
like, "Hey, Joe,
and he was not the first choice.
there you go." So
He was
I'm like,
he was
other
like
people turned
6.
it down. Jeez.
Oh, what up,
So in
Larry?
some ways, was he set up to fail?
I don't think he was
Oh.
necessarily set up to fail. I just like as soon as that flower moon joke hit, like I know how much I loved it, but I saw exactly the opposite take the room. Like everyone was like, "Oh shit, he's talking about Scorsese." Like who was this guy to make fun of Scorsese? Like we're all still trying to work with Scorsese.
Yeah.
And then like the Meryl Streep joke, that sucked. That was terrible. Like that was
Yo,
that Meryl
okay.
Streep one was stupid.
So what did you feel about the Barbie joke?
The Barbie joke
Or the
was
jokes?
just super weak. Like bro, like you have so much
So
better material. Like you know, it's like really
I felt
like
like it
big
was
booby
weak.
joke. Like that
I felt it
was
was weak and it had no teeth.
yeah.
If at least if you're doing something and you're like, well, all right, fuck it, I'm just gonna go for it.
Like
At least let it have teeth. If not, it was like, what's the point? You just wasted my time for that
yeah.
4 minutes, 3 minutes. You told the joke. It
That
was just trash.
you know, what I did like was the Taylor Swift joke. Like because it wasn't at Taylor Swift. He wasn't making fun of Taylor Swift. It was talking shit about the NFL. Like how
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
We don't have to cut the Taylor Swift to get more views. We cut the Taylor Swift to get more views. Like that's like
Yeah, there you go.
like it was
I got that part of the joke.
yeah. Like but at that point too, like the room was against him. Everyone was like done with this guy. They were just like, don't. How dare you say her name? That's what it turned into. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's what it turned into.
They're
Like
already upset.
yeah.
Man, that is true.
So
So
like
they lost. He
there was a
lost
lot
to
of
Scorsese.
there was a lot of bad jokes, but it did it like like the Barbie and the Meryl Streep joke were just terrible. Like that's the delivery like even if you did it right, the delivery was weird.
All of it.
Like that Meryl Streep moment was awkward. But
Yeah.
like
But I gotta say one thing. It's like congratulations, Meryl Streep, for being able to handle it. Like she
yeah
was like, I mean, oh, do you need me to react? So, oh, all right. I was
yeah
like, bravo, because sometimes some people like would have been like, yeah, I know I'm supposed to react, but you're fucking bombing so bad, I
yeah
don't care. Like Taylor Swift. It was like, I know
yeah.
I'm supposed to act
Wait,
for it.
did she
I
say?
know the
Did he
cut.
say my name?
Yeah, yeah. It was like, dude, yo, man, oh
Yeah,
my god.
but like
I do feel sorry for him, but I'm like, all right, Joe. So what are we doing now, man? That's what I feel like. I'm like,
yeah
Joe, what are we doing? What are we doing?
yeah.
Let's
It's
do something.
like it was not. It was a hard to win situation to begin with, and he did it. Like he didn't win, and like I get like to say he was like I'm not like it was a bad set like but like it started out good, but he lost like it's know your audience too kind of thing. Like it's not a bunch of people who paid money because they know they want to hear your brand of comedy. It's
Nope.
it's a super
They didn't. They
pretentious
didn't
room
get
of
me.
people that are there to celebrate themselves. Like and they have no idea who you are, and you just like you gotta like you gotta be in the club to make fun of the people in the club, and
That makes sense. Yeah,
like
one of us.
I mean
Bravo.
even like George Lopez and Gabriel Iglesias, like Gabriel Iglesias had a great joke on Pedro Pascal. Nothing, no
Yeah,
reaction. There's like
yeah.
that like
See, so that's kind of like the whole thing of I'm wondering like what were they? Did he poison the well that bad? Where
yeah.
everyone was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing along anymore.
Yeah, I
I
think
don't care."
the killer. You could see like this the air leave as soon as that white people saw everything like, and it's like, boom, it's done. It's done. Like that's the topic you don't bring up. Like Gervais brings up everybody being rich and pampered and spoiled. Like stuff that they can all. Oh yes, I am posh. Like.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
it's like oh shit yeah we fucked up we do
Yeah,
just fucked up
like
shit
you said,
like,
you were too real. You were too real.
yeah
I do, man. That's what I wanted to, and I wanted to figure out how it could have been done. I wanted to sit down with Gabriel Iglesias because I was like, "What's your review of of it? Like, would you be willing to do a play-by-play and just let me know what you thought of Joe?" But I know that hey, I'm a comedian commenting on another comedian. Sometimes you don't want to do it, blah blah.
I'm
So,
pretty
but I
sure
would have loved.
I'm pretty sure Gabriel said no to the gig. I feel like he's one of the five.
Yeah, I think so actually. Yeah, because
Like,
when he announced, "Oh hey, yeah, I'm gonna be announcing at blah blah," and it was right after. I think he announced it on the same day that he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be somewhere for WWE, and this is a big dream." Also, I just found out that I'm gonna be at the Golden Globes when we're presenting at the Golden Globes, and it was just like, why didn't they ask you to host?
he probably
It was just
did
always weird.
because I would
And that's
say
what
Fluffy is more
I
in than
definitely
Joe
think they
is. You know what I mean?
Completely. Well, Fluffy is more in. He's more. He has that crossover appeal. Other people know from like different sources. Blah blah. Where he is. So yeah, that's true. But Joe has a film.
Joe has a film that
Fluffy doesn't.
didn't do well.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it was like it was a bad set for him. Like, but like it's still the most relevant the Golden Globes has been since. So I wouldn't be surprised if they gave
Yo.
him a second chance. And honestly, I think this next time, I think he knows too. Like I, you know, like
I'm gonna have to in some ways play it safe. That's it.
yeah, like I, there's like if you see this stuff too, like he's pretty good off the cuff, but I think this room like just had a different energy that was like he wasn't ready for because like I didn't think like because yeah he brings up race stuff like he brings up like all kinds of like stuff like on his off the cuff stuff, and I just think like he didn't realize like how much these people didn't want a reminder of their whiteness.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's something kind of like, well, kind of take the hint. Your ex-girlfriend like was at one point shunned by the white community because she was doing all this
Yeah.
philanthropic stuff where it was like white people are bad, white people are bad. I have a show on Netflix, white people are bad.
Yeah.
I'm a white person, I'm telling you this now. Like, you didn't pay attention to her and see like, shit, yeah, they just aren't ready to accept it yet. Like,
Yeah.
that question does come up. It's kind of like, yeah, shit, they're not ready to accept this yet. Like, I'm looking at the crowd and
I
I
it
don't
was
see
like
too many of us. Like,
oh bro, like it was yeah, it was the wrong time and place for that. Not well, sort of like it's, but yeah.
I mean, oh boy, boy, I just
Because
feel so bad because it's like I really like him.
it was a bad set.
Oh.
It was a bad set. Like, I mean, sad
It
is so
happened.
public. Sad is so public, but I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like he's like his the people who pay to see him are going to pay to hear what happened, and they are like, and
yeah, that's true.
it's like
Like, listen, today, today is Sunday, 21st or something. Anyway, Kevin Hart's going to be in Long Beach today,
oh shit,
tonight, and it's what he's doing his tour. It's called New Material, and it was like, ooh. So I wonder how much is he going to talk about Cat?
yeah,
Because it's like it is what happened. People are waiting. People are paying to actually hear you say what you think about it.
yeah,
Just like Chris Rock, when Chris Rock went on tour after the slap, everybody was like, "Well, you know what we're here for," and he was like, "Well, I'm here to give it to you," and he did, and it was like great. So I'm thinking Kevin's gonna do it. I'm waiting to see when Joe's gonna be like, "Let me tell you what happened."
Well,
Like here's my
he's
side.
been doing it, and it's getting mixed reviews. Like people are just like, dude, take the L, take the L, and it's like,
Oh,
but it's also
jeez.
like I saw he did a Good Morning America interview or something the next day, and he's like, yeah, it's like I thought I did
didn't watch.
okay. He's like, I thought I
didn't
did
watch
okay,
it.
but people was like,
I didn't watch it. I did watch the Jonathan Majors one
yeah,
because who doesn't like Coretta Scott King? So I saw I saw that one, and that was
yeah.
that was a train wreck.
But kind of just to kind of like bring it back to like what I was talking about, like it was, like it was cool that they were support, but it's also kind of like graduating into whiteness. Like, so it's this weird thing. It's like cool. It's like you're in the club now. That's so we don't talk about the peasant problems anymore. Like that's not a thing anymore. Like it's not like it stopped existing to us, kind of thing. And
Okay.
and then I feel like that was, it's like a general consensus, and I think like these upper circles of it is like, they're not denying you anything. They're not like, but it's also like you're here now. We're equals. Get the fuck over it. Like it's not a thing anymore. And like,
so was his argument more of a whole thing of like, no, that's not how it works?
no, I think like I don't think he got the memo that's like we don't bring up these issues at the table. Because
Do you think
that's
if he didn't, and he just played ball the way that they actually wanted it done, do you think there would be people that were like, "Wow, man, I thought you'd say something. I thought
yeah.
you'd say something." You know,
I,
like you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
yeah, I think he would have been a very mediocre host. I don't think he'd be hated
Mhm.
on as much as he's getting hated on.
Right.
Like, but I think he'd be like people would be like, "Oh, I seen his stuff. He's better in person."
Oh,
Like, yeah, his stuff is way better. Like, and but I think because he talks about like all kinds of races. You know what I mean? Like, he's
yeah.
like he has no problem talking about any of it, and I think he wanted to do that, but they're like, we can't do all of that, and I think the joke that he was willing to die on, he did die on. Like, I think he's like, I gotta at least do this joke, and they let him, and he died on that hill with it, and
Yeah. Well, I mean, well, when you say let them, I mean, what are they gonna do? Right? Let's cut the feed. Like
yeah,
he already started. Let's finish. And then after that, it was kind of like, well, now you learn.
yeah. So
And
I
then they just
like
walked.
because but it's all like it's also so like so at the kitchen like that's because this kind of thing is like uh so it's like I was talking to these dudes and they were talking about like I was like basically like I was like the topic came. I was like, so when's we have a minority movie in every category now, so when is it enough? Like, the fuck. Like, it's like they're talking about like Joyride for best comedy. It's like, it's like we have an Asian comedy, we have a woman comedy. It's like, and I was just like, I was just straight up like, yo, you went 110 years before you let an Asian play an Asian on TV. I'm okay if you're never on TV for the next 110 years. They're like,
Yo,
oh, they're like, and they
that's
were like,
true. Yo, I mean, come on, man. You guys, all I have to do is just say breakfast at Tiffany's, and
yeah,
you guys, all of you in the room,
yeah. So it's just
Mickey
like,
Rourke himself would be like, ooh. So what do you want?
they were just like, well, it's just like, how come these movies are always like an Asian movie? Like, it's like, I'm like, well, what about the white movie that's winning all the awards? Like, what are you talking about? Like, Oppenheimer. Like, oh, I wouldn't call that a white movie. I was like, does anybody of color have a speaking line? Like,
Yeah,
I love the movie. I wanted to hate the movie, but it's a good ass movie. But it's
good
like,
movie.
why does your white movie get to not be a white movie? But anytime there's some, person of color in it or something, or LGBTQ, or like anything that's not a straight white dude, why is it another subgenre of a movie?
Yeah, yeah, dude. What's her name? From Living Single, the one
Erica
who plays
Alexander.
Maxine. Yeah, she was on the Breakfast Club and she was talking about that, and she was like, stop calling. She was like, your problem right there is your vocab, black cinema. Just call it
Yeah,
cinema.
it's
She was
yeah.
like, and that makes so much sense.
It's
And
like
it was like, damn. And then hearing you say it right now, it's like, yo, that's true.
I fucking hate prefixes. Like, I fucking hate that shit. So like, it's the prefix. It's always a prefix. Like I have this weird thing. Like, I argue with a lot of people. Like, I hate being called Asian American. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I'm Asian. Yes, but I'm like, if anything, be
Mm-hmm.
American Asian. Like,
Yeah,
I'm American
yeah, right.
first. Like,
I get it. I get it. It's
like
like, yo, this is where I am. This is where I was born. This is where I
yeah,
live.
it's the prefix, and the prefix thing just like kills it. And like, yeah, and then this is where I kind of realized the thing too is like you're not supposed to talk about the issues anymore, like because you're in the room and we're like we don't like we work so hard together, we don't want to talk about it because like we're all equal now. Like it's like basically the vibes
We're
that these
not.
yeah, it's like we're not though.
Well, that's the problem. Like, no, like people still to this day they always, why is it always about race? Why is it always about race? I'm like, you tell me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? Why is it always about race? First thing you do, you look at me, you put that prefix before you put everything else.
Yeah.
You don't just say, oh, he's a male. No, he's a black male. So I mean, come on. What do you want me to do?
Yeah, it's
Every moment I wake up, it's about race. So I'm sorry. I just
yeah, it's
that part. It's like, yeah.
It's it was great being it was cool like there's the support, but it's also it's like it's like there I could guess like time and place sure, but it's also
Yes,
like
yes.
how you brought it up too, like I didn't, and it's like it's like I don't have to work very hard to show you the fucking ignorance of that shit. Like, like,
Right?
I just have to say what you just said, like and
Right?
it's like
Oh,
but it's like Yeah, and it changes the mood. It changes the vibe. It's like all of a sudden, like, well, I probably, if I would have just went along with it, I probably would have got a business card. I probably would have had a meeting this week for something, but I couldn't. I didn't let it slide, and it's like, it's like,
Look, man.
yeah, it's weird. It's weird because like it's been a long time too since I realized like somehow I'm one of the darkest people in this fucking place. I'm not. I'm like. I'm not even my Filipino skin tone. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's like it's been a long time since I realized like, oh shit, this place is super white. It's been a long time since I felt like that, and it's like I forgot. It's like I forgot. And then like, because yeah, it was cool. Like I thought I was like, oh, I'm in if I don't say it. Oh, so I'm not in. Ah, shit. It is.
I mean, hey, you're gonna be back there next year.
Yeah.
Now you'll just be like, all right, well, I'll be strategic.
Yeah, it's it's playing it's playing again. It's like I also knew these like I could also kind of tell like this dude was talking more than he could deliver. So it's like I didn't like if it was like like someone's like a producer whose name I knew from like a TV show, but like sure, yeah. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, that's true. That's true. You knew the level. You were like, yeah, it's fine.
But yeah, someone's like, oh, you're just lucky enough to be paid to do this. Yeah, okay, cool. You're stupid. Like, but yeah, it was.
I don't know. My thing, that's ridiculous. That whole question of, so when is enough?
Yeah, like.
Why is that even a question? Like, I don't get. So what you're telling me is, I can't stand it, but I want to say that quietly. That's literally what you just did. I can't stand it, and I need to only mention it quietly. So I'll just say, when is enough?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's a bold freaking statement in its own. Like, so what's the problem with, like, not having a monolith of just entertainment being just white? Like, what's the problem with that?
Yeah.
Why don't you want your entertainment to reflect the world? Why don't you want your stories to reflect the world? Why does it have? And you do, but you only want it to reflect your world, your world that you've curated and
that
made
we're
sure.
not a part
it's like,
of.
okay, yeah, like how ignorant is that? And it's like, dude, you don't see this? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yes.
That's really bold. That's really bold because you could say that and he showed up and tried to test you, and you were like, nope, not today.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Sobered up real quick, too. I was like, oh, let me put down this tequila real quick. Okay. Like,
I'll tell you this right now. You picked the right one to put you in the wrong place.
I know.
Put my drink down. I'm like, that was it. Oh,
like,
God, dude.
Like, it was like, I mean, it was a great night overall. I mean, Kevin Feige, like, got to geek out with Kevin Feige. Dude, my friend's like texting Erica Alexander now. Like, she didn't even know who she was. Like, they're like friends. Like, she complimented her hair, and then like they're like BFFs now. It's like, that's so dope.
Dude.
Yeah, my friend my friend is like she worked PR, so like she never been on the other side of the curtain. Like, she always worked PR, like set up the event. She never got to like partake. And like, she knows how to work a room, man. Like, I would not have talked to as many people as I did without her. Like I wear everything for that. Like, cause like, yeah, I was like, I'm just trying not to be a goober at these things.
Well, Erica Alexander is very nice, though. I remember when we met her at the Comic Bug in Manhattan Beach for a story she was writing for a comic book.
Oh,
she was so nice. She was so nice.
She's awesome.
She answered every question.
You watched American Fiction?
Oh, what do you think? No, I am not.
Bro, you gotta hurry up.
I know, and I'm thinking about like, yo, today's Sunday. Maybe I'll just head over to the theater.
Yeah.
That's it, I know it's going to be streaming, they said, at some point, but I'm like, oh, who knows at some point. And where is it going to stream on?
It'll probably be Prime.
Might as well just go to the
It's
theater.
MGM.
Oh, well then, yeah.
It'll probably be Prime.
But yeah, maybe I should just go to the theater today and be like, hey.
You might stay and watch it again. It's so good, dude. It's so good, especially as a creative, especially as a color creative. Like, it's like.
I mean, I got when I first heard about it, and I was like, "Yo," and the concept and everything like that. I was like, "Oh, this is great!" And then they picked him to do it. I was, "Oh."
Yeah, Cord Jefferson, dude. Cord Jefferson on his first directorial debut is like, bro, it's like this dude already knew what he had. Like it's like this dude understood right away what he wanted, and he made it happen. Cord Jefferson's awesome. Like, dude, it took me I saw 3 screenings of the film with him like doing a Q&A after each one. And I finally got up the nerve to just like thank him for the movie. Like at Critic Choice, he's like, dude, yeah, I've seen you since Canada. He's like, oh damn, I am noticeable.
See, not bad. Oh, what do you think about the reception for Book of Clearance? Like how they're treating it, how people are sometimes not seeing it, not even knowing that it's out. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's like because I've only seen it with I've only seen good reactions so far. I haven't seen any of the negative ones. Like
I mean just like the box office situation. Like it's like, yo, this movie should be seen. It was like it's kind of like one of those where it's like, oh, I guess it will get an audience when it streams, but it's like, what happened to the audience right now when we need it?
I don't know. I think it's a combination of like this is not like it's one that's like it's paying the black tax, you know. It's like every film that's like not like that's too obviously not white is gonna pay a tax.
Yeah.
Like right away it's gonna pay a tax, and then it's also a slow time, also a very divisive time. Because, like, it's, the line, like, everyone's treating the line like a force field now. Like, so it's like, they've said it, like, I drew this line, it's impossible for me to get out of my box. That's, that's where so many people are now. And it goes back to, like, people don't want to go out. Like, even though it is, like, a grand spectacle film, like, it's epic. It's epic. Like, it's gorgeous. But it's not like explosive gorgeous. It's look at this great yonder. Look at this amazing world, or this little town of this world. It's like it's subtly gorgeous. It's not look at all these pretty colors. Look at this explosion. Look at this action scene. It's not like that. So it doesn't seem like a theater worthy movie for a lot of people.
Okay. All right.
Like,
so then hopefully streaming it will find its love.
I'm hoping it's streaming hopefully The Harder They Fall. Hopefully it's like that. Like people like because now I think too it's just like it's so many barriers of like entry to do anything. Like if it's not within like 2 steps or if usually 1 step. If there's more than 1 step, no one's gonna do it. So now it's go to the car, go to the theater, walk from the parking lot to the theater. That's too many steps. Whereas TV. Because people now like all these little things like now everyone thinks about that. Like even with like work and stuff like that. It's like now the commute is calculated into my hourly payment. You're paying me $30 an hour, but I'm spending 2 hours. No, you're actually paying me like 24. Yeah,
there you go. That's true.
So it's like I think everyone's more aware. Everyone's more like precious with their energy and time, and like it's not getting pushed like. It's not getting pushed because it's getting pushed like a winter movie. It's like this exists.
It is.
It's not getting pushed as the fucking epic that it is. Like, dude, Book of Clarence is an epic. Like, it's it's 10 Commandments. It's like it's a marvelous cinema, but it's just not getting the push like that. It's getting pushed like a movie that comes out in January.
But see, and that's very true. That's very true. Shoot, my thing was. The promo for it was like, okay, yes, I understand. Okay, it was like, it wasn't limited release, was it? Was it wide release or?
Yeah, it was a pretty wide release. It was a general release. It was general release.
So it's general release, and promo for it is very little. And then when you did see promo for it, it was just a blurb, blah blah. Like Book of Clarence. Yeah, it's coming out. It's it. And it was like, wait, what? Like, I thought we had a trailer, and it was like, that. Book of Clarence, it's out. That
Well,
was it.
there's
And it was
there's
like,
there's the spots, and then there's a full trailer too. But I think also like I just like because there's hip hop on the Epic.
mm-hmm.
So many melanin lacking people just like, oh, like, they hear that they hear that
Oh,
they hear a
this
movie.
is like Ghetto Black thing.
Yeah, they hear hip hop. They on a movie that they spent all of history trying to act like people of color don't exist. Like it's too much. Like, oh, not only are you trying to like show other aspects of history that we actively try to hide, you put your your music on it. It's too much for me. No, I'm okay. No. So it's like it's double the tax.
Oh, Pikachu Master, shout out to you. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. He just says, hello, everyone. How was your day? My day so far is pretty good.
Yeah. It's going real
What about yours?
Wish it was a little more rainy. Wish it was raining a little more.
That was my complaint. That's my complaint. The sun is now completely out. Clouds are almost gone. It's supposed to be raining all day today.
Yeah.
Barely did.
It was supposed to be the heavy day today.
Yes. It's supposed to be the in-between. Yeah. It starts on Saturday. Sunday, it's pouring. And Monday, it's kind of light. This is what Monday's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's how I'm doing. Oh, boy. Man. That is kind of sad for Book of Clarence.
Yeah. I'm hoping it like finds its footing. Because it's like if it like you just gotta remember, we can't forget. It's like it's super white still. We just can't forget. Like
we can't forget it, and it's true.
Like every time we forget, it was like it doesn't. I was like, that's the thing that we keep like. It's always that. It's always that.
Well, once it's able to reach its audience in a way that they're like, yeah, I'm definitely here. Like you said, Harder They Fall, Netflix.
Dude, James Samuel said
shot up immediately.
James Samuel said bootleg the movie. He's like, he just wants people to see it.
Dang.
He's like, I'll bootleg my own joint. I don't give a fuck. Like,
damn. Hey, sometimes you just want people to. Hey, I want it to be seen.
Yeah.
Bootleg the movie, fine. I mean, I've already made the money for it. Blah blah blah. I want people to see it now. This is what I am. I'm an artist, and I want you to see my art.
Yeah.
So yeah,
like JD's a producer. It's okay if he'll make a couple million off of this. Like, it's a billionaire.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Also, I gotta say something about that. There's this thing that they do when it comes to like stuff for the culture, with the culture, in the culture, and it's kind of like, all right, so we have to have a promo about it, blah blah blah. Ladies and gentlemen, Jay-Z, and it's just like, we could probably do more in some ways, but I get it because he is the executive producer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, ladies and gentlemen, the executive producer, Jay-Z. Then you're like, oh, yeah. Okay, now it's cool.
Executive producer Sean Carter.
There we go.
I think that's also a thing, too, because he's billing himself as Sean Carter on all of it.
Oh, word? Really? Yeah?
Like,
ooh.
Yeah, I think that's the poster stuff says Sean Carter, not Jay-Z. Like, because I'm pretty sure Jay-Z's is, like, trying to separate that, like, and also, like, give the spotlight to James Samuel.
Exactly.
But I also feel like they might be missing an opportunity to, like, piggyback off Jay-Z.
That is true.
So, it could go either way. But
no, but but you really won't know. Hindsight is 2020. Yeah. You won't know until after. You're like, damn, we should have just said JT instead of. And he's like, yeah, you're right, but Paul, like whatever. He'll agree with you, but it's going to take that time. Yeah. But I think it will. Like we said, I think it's going to find its footing.
Yeah.
And once it's able to be accessible for the actual people it's made for, as far as the fans that just love the epic, love the idea, the concept, as far as what it is, being forward thinking or being informed. It's just once they get to see it, then it's going to be like, oh shit, it's gonna have a big underswell. That's going to be like, so what are we doing next?
Yeah,
So,
it's gonna hit like once it hits its thing. I think it's gotta be in the awards categories. Like
ooh,
it's, dude, it's a great movie. Like if it came out last month, like it would like Lakeith might have been up there. Like I like
oh,
over
really?
over RDJ and them. Like well, not RDJ, RDJ was support over Killian. Like I think it would have been Lakeith.
Really?
Yeah. Like Lakeith kills. Like, dude, it's Lakeith is so good in this one. It's and like
Okay.
no, Killian was great too, but just like the range that Clarence goes through is far more than just like because there's a quiet hurt like like Oppenheimer had, but there's also the loud fucking hurt that Clarence goes through. And there's just
Ooh.
it's a full range like of subtle and explosive like emotion. It's there's no in between. There's everything in between. I mean, there's like it's
Well, and that's the thing though. Lakeith, that's the person that you would love to see it.
yeah
Like, I mean, dude, if anything else told you that, just his time on Atlanta.
yeah
I mean, it was like wow, it was introspective. It was controversial in moments. It had moments where it was just like, oh my god, I relate to this. And he did it within a character that you would say seemed rather mute, but it was like, no, no, there was so much happening, and we understood every moment when it was him happening. Like, yo, I love his like little like almost solo episodes,
yeah
and it was just like, damn, damn, damn. Like every time, he's so good. And I mean, we've seen him in everything else, and yeah, we saw him in Haunted House or whatever. But I mean, yeah. If
yeah
anyone else has the chops to do it, it's that man.
yeah.
He's that man.
He's him.
So
He's,
yeah, yeah, he's him. So
yeah
I get it. I get it. Oh man, I do wonder what he's got next. I should have paid attention. But yeah.
yeah. I
Okay.
think that's time to wrap it up. But I think for the next show, like kind of give a question. What parts of history would in America like or not time and place like would
Hmm.
you time travel to? Because like there's a reason there's not a lot of time travel for in
Yeah.
America,
Yeah.
American stuff with us. Like like I
That's
don't think
very
we could
true.
go like before the '80s. It's very unsafe for us. Like I don't,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I
you
can't. I'm sorry. Nope.
like
Nope. Nope. That's. But I really can't think about it. I'm like, oh, maybe if I did choose something that's like, ooh, I
yeah.
would choose to do too. Like, okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah,
I don't want to give it
so
out
we'll
now.
bring that up next time, and yeah, for the rest of our team, like, make your pitches. Like, we got we have nothing planned. We have nothing planned. I'm just not even
Yeah.
funny. Like I'm like, yo, what do you want to do on here? Like, just I'm not gonna keep reaching out. I got other things to do. Just throw your pitches.
Okay.
We'll bring you on. We'll let you do your thing. And like, so yeah, for everyone else on our team, like, who gets to see this, like, yo,
Yeah.
just do what you like. Yeah, like me and Daddy could talk all day too. We could do that too. If everyone
Yeah.
likes that, just fuck everybody else. Let us know.
Hey, let us know.
I'll
Hey,
be
Larry,
here too.
you're here.
Yeah,
You're watching. If you got pitches, you hit us up, man.
yeah. Just let us know what you guys want to do, and yeah, we'll do that. And any suggestions, any topics you want, yeah, we're open. We have no plans other than to be here.
Yeah. So we'll make it a thing.
All right, later,
All right.
everybody. All right, let that run for a few seconds. And oops, my mic is still going. They can hear me with the screen going on.